just about set for the beginning of the 101-pound class here in the district wrestling tournament. And Chuck Patton, as we go to war here, thing you've got to notice during all of the introduction, Mike Phaisanti's got way too much energy.
Yeah.
He was running back and forth here like a jackrabbit.
I'll tell you what, he's going to need all that energy, because this guy that we talked about earlier, Cosman Bishop, is really difficult to wrestle. You start off with the fact that he's probably 1.5 foot shorter than you are, because he doesn't have those legs down there. And then he can twist and turn like you can't believe. I think the people will see a real unusual match. And Phaisanti's a good wrestler, very good wrestler. And he's placed in state, and he's very agile and quick. But how to wrestle Cosman Bishop is difficult for kids.
Just the shot you see on your screen right now, he's got the upper body of somebody who's got to be at least 40 or 50 pounds heavy.
Oh yeah, and when he gets a hold of these little guys, you know, they don't have nearly that kind of strength, that kind of body. So it becomes a real tactical match for him. How do I attack a guy? It's real hard. You can't grab their legs.
And here we go. Mike Phaisanti from Marysville Pilchuck. He's from Laos. And from South Africa, Cosman Bishop from Snohomish. It'll be an interesting match. The first match of the Northwest District AAA tournament in the 101-pound classification.
So you saw right there was a great idea of what Phaisanti has to do. He's got to attack Bishop. He can't let Bishop grab a hold of him, because once Bishop grabs a hold of his hands or his arms, he's so much stronger they can't get free.
And so the first 2 points of the evening scored by Phaisanti.
So the tactical match right there was, you saw he started what they call the international start, and he just pushed him away and let him go. Let him have the point, because he thought he could wrestle him on his feet. And you see, if you just look on the inside of the match, you'll see Bishop grab a hold of him. See how he's grabbed a hold of his wrist. And he penetrates these, and now he's caught a leg, and he's so strong, he just pick a guy right up over his head.
And there's a 2-point takedown. So Cosman Bishop from Snohomish leads at 3-2 now with 1:07 to go in the first round.
The guys have trouble because you can't let him get in close to you, and he starts coming at you and reaching up with those hands. He's real difficult. He's made a remarkable case for himself. I mean, it's just courageous, I think, that he'd be here doing this.
And as we go into the finals now, we're also tied up team-wise. Both Snohomish is a 191.
And Cascade
with 191.
They might be at 192, but it's give or take, they're tied.
And Snohomish with a chance to pick up some points here. We're tied at 3-3. Now a 2-point takedown by Cosman Bishop from Snohomish. He leads at 5-3, down to 20 seconds to go in the first round.
So that time Bishop almost, it looked like he baited him. He wanted him to try to spin around behind him, because you see he comes in underneath, he raises up, you're airborne.
And as an official, that's got to be hard to score too. When is it a takedown?
Yeah, it's real difficult to wrestle him. I give him a lot of credit, but for these guys who are so much smaller in stature, even though he's small to them, he's very powerful, and he's quick. He's real quick.
So Cosman Bishop from Snohomish leads at 7-4. We go to the second period here at Cascade High School, the district wrestling tournament. They're making a decision as to whether he wants to be up or down to start the second period.
Usually the official will flip a green or red flipper, and the boys have been assigned a color. So he gives them one of the colors, and he flips it, and then he turns to that person whose color showed, and he'll say, do you want to be up, down, or neutral, or do you want to defer and let the other guy make the choice? So that's what's going on out there. At the end of every first period, he's flipping that coin and saying, what do you want? Do you want to make the choice? Do you want to wait? Do you want to let the other guy do it?
At that time, they both started up.
Yeah, he chose, probably, I wasn't watching it closely, but somebody said, I'll start up. He could have said, I'll defer and let the other guy make the choice.
Down to 1:15 to go, second period. Bishop from Snohomish leading at 7-4 over Mike Phaisanti from Marysville Pilchuck.
And he gets a hold of one of your arms. He's so powerful to these guys, they can't get their hand out of there. So it almost takes one end out of play because you can't get it free from him. And he keeps good pressure into his opponent. So it's real hard for Phaisanti to react to him. I mean, once he gets in close and gets a hold of you, he just sucks it in. Now, look, now he caught him on his back. And he's so powerful. He leads the team, their team in falls with more falls than anybody else in the squad. You can see why.
Getting very close to a pin here. At least it'll be a 2-point near fall and then a 3-point near fall. 2-point takedown, 3-point near fall. So up to 12-4 now. Bishop leading 20 seconds to go, second period.
Yeah, when you're trying to pin somebody, you have to hold them on their back. With the official just moves his arm, but what he's really doing is he's counting so that people can see, and you have to hold them on their back in that near pin situation for at least 5 seconds, and then it becomes 3-point.
And we have 5 seconds to go in the period. There's the horn, and we will go to the third period now with Cosman Bishop leading 12-4 over Mike Phaisanti from Marysville-Pilchuck.
You know, the couple of years that Cosman took off to wheelchair race, and you know, that certainly built up his upper body strength a lot, but it also got him a little rusty in wrestling. So he started out this year with a couple of losses at 108 and a couple of losses at 101, but he's come back to beat everybody that's beaten him, that if he's wrestled them again. So he's improved a lot as this year has progressed, and he's getting in better shape, and he's improved his wrestling. So he's a real threat to win the state championship, I believe. This Phaisanti is good.
Bishop,
from Marysville.
Yeah, Bishop, born in South Africa, came to this country with a doctor and his wife from Snohomish that went over as a missionary for a year, came back and was a double amputee before he got here. He wears prosthetic devices for his legs during the regular school day, but on the wrestling match, I tell you, he's a tough competitor. He leads at 12-5 with a minute 14 to go in the third period.
You know, if he reaches out and catches a hold of the guy's wrist, like you see him right there, he's got a hold of that wrist. You can't pull that away because you want to. He's so powerful, and so that's like you're caught in a trap, and now it's a matter of what else can he get a hold of. So it's like you're stuck. It's like, you know, a fly stuck in a fly paper almost. And he's very quick, so he can lay down, lose his hips right there, and then just raise up right underneath you real fast. It's a good little tilt, caught the leg.
Down to 40 seconds to go, third period. Third and final period here of the 101-pound weight class.
He's going to kid him in a cradle here if he doesn't watch out.
Mike Phaisanti from Marysville-Pilchuck, Cosman Bishop from Snohomish, 14-5, Bishop leading.
And he comes over the head like that and around the leg. What he's trying to do with his head in there is lock that cradle up, but of course the head slipped out, so now he just has one leg. But he's so far ahead, it doesn't make any difference now. He's going to win it easy.
And that will help the scoring now for the Snohomish Panthers. So here early on will take the lead team-wise.
Yeah, each win gives the next team 4 points if that's all they do is beat the guy. He beat him by 11, so he actually gets some more, a bonus for beating him by more than 7 points.
So Cosman Bishop, the winner from Snohomish High School. He beats Mike Phaisanti 14-5 the final. And we move to 108 pounds. And it'll be Ryan Link of Mariner against Tony Harris from Cascade.
Well, one of the things, I don't want to take a lot of time trying to explain the scoring because we could go forever. But in the scoring in a match, just like it is in the tournament, you know, it's the same. You beat a guy by up to 7 points, you get 3 for your team if it's in a dual meet. If you beat him by more than 8 or more, then you beat him, get another point. And if you beat him by more than 15, the match is over. It's called a technical fall.
So here's Ryan Link from Mariner.